So, hi everybody and welcome back. This is a C++ tutorial series and this is video 24, and in this video we are going to learn arrays. So, what is array? Array is just a variable who can save more information than a normal variable, which means it is similar to a list. So we can save in it more data. So let me show how we can declare first a array variable. It's similar to a normal variable. It starts again with std, and then we have to write again, for example, our class, which is our type, which is a string. Let's make a string, which means I want save only strings in this list. And then we write the array variable name. Let's say database names, because databases have many, also our databases most time are list normally, and a names list I want make here. And now the difference till now, what I wrote here, it's a normal variable, right? This we know, but now a little change come. And the change is that I add here a square bracket, and the square brackets means it will follow a list, right? And that's the new thing. And in this square brackets, I can write a list number, how many elements my list should have, if I know it. If I don't know it, I write nothing in it. And right now I don't know it, so I write nothing in it. Then I make an assignment operator, and I start with a body for the initialization, which is a curly braces. And then in this curly braces, I write now all the names which I know who should be in my database names. Let's write it. Let's say Coder, and let's say Superman, and let's say Tester, and let's say Maggie, and Superwoman. Yeah, Superman and Superwoman all there. Good. All right, and now that you can see now, this array variable is just similar to a normal string till here, but it has just this added square brackets here. And the assignment is also a little bit different. Now it starts with a curly braces, but careful, in normal variables we have also this curly braces as our third form. And here the only real difference is that we have not one value, because we have now here, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values in it. And this number 5 is very important, because if you write here 5, then, oops, that was the wrong place. And compile, this will work. This is fine. All right, we have no output here. But there is one more thing what I have to tell you, and for that I have to make an array declaration, because what you can see here is a declaration with a direct assignment, right? But not a normal declaration. A normal declaration stops here at this point. Let's make this std string database name, database, let's say emails. Now I get the emails, and now I make again a list. The square brackets means I want again a list, but this time I won't stop here, because this one is a database declaration, but this one shows me an arrow, because I have now specify here definitely a number, because in this case I could write nothing and it would show me no arrow, because because this one is a direct assignment, it will automatically count behind the scene how many elements you have here, and then it will be assigned this value later internally. So in this case it works not. In our second case, when we declare an array like this, it says no, you have to assign now how many elements you want stored in later. So, and then let's say we have here 5, let's say again, well, let's make it a little bit easier. That's a little bit too much. Let's make it a little bit less, because I will show you how to assign them. And let's say now I have only 2. I write 2 and this works. That's fine. I show you because there is some case which will not work. That's why I show you. This one works perfect. But now here I declare the array. I set how many elements I want in this array. How I'm going to assign now this elements now to this array which I declared. Let's make this here too. It starts just like a normal variable. You take the variable name most of the time. Okay, database emails. But here, very important. Now, very important. We have now to say, because this one said your database will 2 slots. I created for you 2 slots, but you have now to use the slots to assign your emails, for example, in our case. So you say I have here 2 slots. Let me show you how the slots look like here as a comment. The slot look like this one, 0, slot 0, and slot 1. And that's very important. An array slot starts with 0 and then 1, and these are 2 elements, right? This is 0, 1, and 2 elements, and that's why we write here 2. But very important, an array slot starts with 0. This has something to do with a historical or technical term. You can research this, probably technical, because they defined it so. And for us, it's only important at start. It starts with 0, but the elements, how many elements we write, is 2. So 1, 2. But later, here, we come down now to our assignment. It starts also with 0. So I can't start with 1 for my first element. And then my, let's see, copy this one. I can't do this one. There you go. Okay. All right, I can't do this one. This will not work because an array starts with slot 0, and this is for a starter very difficult. It is called 0 based. An array is 0 based, and this one is a little bit irritating, so careful about it. Train this a little bit. So you have to start here 0, and then you make an assignment, and here also just with the quotation marks, and here are probably different variations possible too. I'm not sure. You have to watch this again online, but this one is the most basic assignment. And then you write here coder, and that's it. And then, and here you go to the second one. This is 1, and then you have to write 1. And here we write Superman. All right, so very important. This one you have to learn. This one is irritating very, very many starters, that an array starts with slot 0, and then you assign the first element in it as a 0. So you say normally in a normal language, you say my first element is first, right? But here in an array, you say my first element is 0. My second element is 1. And this one is also irritating when you write it here a number. You have really write 2 So here, not the here, don't make here a mistake to count from here 0, because this one is also, yeah, a problem sometimes, because here you have really 2 elements, then you write here 2, because this one is not 0 based here on this declaration, or here also not 0 based. Here you have to write 2, but later, oops, you have to, but later when you assign this this words to the basement, to the basement, to the database, and these are emails, right? Coder mail, let's write here mail, coder mail, and Superman mail. Yeah, and this one has to be start from 0 and 1. Okay, I think this one I make here a pause, and you should train this, but this time try to train this one time with string like me, and the other time with int, because you know the int variables, you know already the bool variables, and you know float variables till now. And what we have covered so far, I think this was the most variables which we covered. And try to train this again with this other variables. The only thing what you have to do as a hint, you just change here the restriction, and of course the assignment. Oh, I think for numbers I should show you that too, because numbers could be a little bit tricky. Yeah, let me show you numbers too, because numbers are not really tricky, but could be tricky. Let's make again a declaration, array declaration for numbers. For example, my favorite numbers. Let's write here int, and then I write here my favorite, no, not my favorite, my, let's see, numbers, which are important numbers, my results, my results. Okay, my calculation results, till now it's a normal int variable. I changed it this to an array just by adding this square brackets. And because I make a declaration, not a direct assignment like here, I have to write here the number. Let's say I put again 3. This time I put 3 numbers in. Okay, then I make a semicolon. Then I go on. Okay, I have 3 numbers. Now, how do I assign here 3 numbers? I take again the variable name with the brackets. Okay, calculation results. Then I make the square brackets, and very important, we start again with 0, even if it's the first element. So, and I make an assignment, and here an assignment like a normal variable, not with square with quotation marks, like here, for example, just normal numbers. So, and this one you are going to do, I copy this because I write a little bit less. This one, and then the second one is our first, and I write here another number. Oops, number, careful. And here my third element is my slot bracket 2, and here I write this one. So it was not that difficult, but what I wanted to show you here is, don't make this mistake that you use here curly quotation marks like here, because these quotation marks are only important for the string here, which we learned. This numbers we learned, we write numbers in general without quotation marks. That's very important. And I think I make now a break, because you have to train this a little bit. Let's train, the best thing is you can do is repeat that and train this with float and with boolean, because this one should work too. And make an output. For example, write how to print this out on the screen you should know by now. And in the next video I will repeat this a little bit again, but we will continue because we want to write a database with this array, but we need one more very important keyword, which is a loop, and that will use this kind of arrays what we learned here. That's why it's very important. And loop is also not difficult, but for a starter very strange, because it looks a little bit strange. But okay, that's in the next video. See you there. Bye.